Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. The U.S. Pentagon has announced the cancellation of a plan to deploy 4,000 U.S.-based troops to Poland. This abrupt decision has drawn strong criticism from U.S. congressional members, reigniting questions about President Trump's anticipated reduction of military forces in Europe. Acting Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army, Christopher Laniv, confirmed the decision during a House Armed Services Committee hearing, but offered limited explanation, simply stating it was the most reasonable option not to deploy the brigade. Democratic Representative Joe Courtney warned that the decision sends a very bad message about Trump's commitment to Europe to both adversaries and allies. Republican Mike Rogers and Democrat Adam Smith also voiced their disapproval, expressing discontent over Congress not being notified or consulted. Rogers explicitly cautioned that Congress would exert pressure if the Pentagon attempted to reduce troop levels in Europe below a minimum threshold. Despite the congressional dissatisfaction, the Pentagon stated that the decision followed a comprehensive and multi-layered process, not an impromptu one. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk indicated he had received assurances that the decision was logistical and would not directly impact deterrence capabilities or Poland's security. The United States has long been reviewing its troop presence in Europe, with further reductions expected as President Trump calls for NATO members to assume greater responsibility for their own defense. However, the Pentagon has not yet detailed its future force deployment plans in Europe. This news comes from ZOSHUPOPO. Anduril Industries and Pentagon strike deal to produce low-cost missiles. A Fox Business report highlighted discussions with Christian Brose, President-Chief Strategy Officer of Anduril Industries. Brose appeared on Varney & Co. to elaborate on the company's significant new agreement with the Pentagon. The deal focuses on the production of low-cost missiles, marking a strategic shift in defense procurement. Brose detailed the capabilities of these new missiles and discussed how this partnership aims to enhance U.S. defense readiness and technological advantage by making advanced weaponry more accessible and economically viable. This initiative underscores a growing trend towards innovative, cost-effective solutions in military technology. CBS News reports that federal prosecutors have accused an Iraqi national, Mohammad Bakr Saad Dawood al-Saadi, of plotting terror attacks in the United States. A prominent synagogue in New York was among the alleged targets, along with other Jewish centers in Los Angeles and Scottsdale, Arizona. Al-Saadi faces charges including conspiracy to provide material support to Iranian-backed terrorist organizations, specifically Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, and Kataib Hezbollah. Prosecutors allege that al-Saadi, identified as a Kataib Hezbollah commander, has been involved in approximately 18 reported terror attacks against U.S. and Israeli interests in Europe since March 9th. He allegedly attempted to recruit an undercover agent to carry out a bombing operation in the U.S., even providing photos and maps of the synagogue target. A price of $10,000 in cryptocurrency was allegedly agreed upon, with al-Saadi sending a $3,000 down payment and demanding the attack be carried out by April 6. He was subsequently arrested. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche and NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch emphasized the commitment of U.S. law enforcement to disrupting foreign terrorist organizations and protecting communities. A strong earthquake with a magnitude of 6.4 struck off the coast of Miyagi Prefecture in northeastern Japan on Friday night, according to NHK. The Japan Meteorological Agency reported the quake occurred at a depth of 46 kilometers and registered a maximum intensity of lower 5 on the Japanese scale of 0 to 7 in cities including Ishinomaki, Tome, and Osaki in Miyagi Prefecture. Authorities are advising residents in areas that experience strong shaking to remain cautious for possible similar jolts over the coming week or so. Although the tremor did not meet the criteria for issuing an advisory about a potential megaquake off Hokkaido and the Somriku region, Officials emphasize the need for alertness as aftershocks with an intensity of around lower 5 could still occur. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.